Hey guys, welcome back to another BrBpTV, Be Real, Be Positive television reaction vibrations with your boy Mr. Licks right there, guys. Let us get into the vibrations for which we are going to react to today. Of course, this individual that you've seen right there is an individual, I believe, from the Born region. And of course, you might be wondering why he's on the screen. Well, in fact, he has gone missing. Yet another individual gone missing right there. According to when this thing was sent to me, missing person report, Mr. Josie Farrell, better known as Mr. Cool, age 80 years, of the Born village in the northern region of Dominica, last seen on Sunday. That was last week Sunday, last Sunday that passed there, near the Born SDA Seventh-day Adventist Church, wearing a brownish grayish long pant, navy blue shirt, cap on head, and of course black slippers. It doesn't seem like he was driving any bus according to what I'm seeing on this photo right there. He just looks to be, maybe have taken a walk and maybe fell somewhere. Hopefully that is not the case right there, just that people haven't seen him in a while right there, guys. If seen, please contact the nearest police station, police fire station in that regard right there, guys. I must make mention to this very same situation. Yet another individual gone missing. Hopefully he's found by the time that this video has been released. Hopefully he's found. We can only hope for the best when it comes on to individuals missing in the nature of the Caribbean, because I'm not sure what the police tends to do when individuals go missing. Why? Because individuals who have gone missing end up staying missing. The last person I know that the police actually found was not the police themselves, but an individual who came from Montserrat, who then came back to Dominica, was the one who found a missing person. But when it comes on to the actual police themselves, finding individuals, I don't give them credit at all when it comes on to this situation. I'm just being real. It's a very sad situation where people go missing. Kernisha went missing. Marion went missing. And it's just like these people just never existed on this planet. I don't know. They just go like that. You swear it's the rapture that take place, but I'm staying behind. This is unfortunate what the situation is. But hopefully this individual is getting found. It seems like, I don't know if you notice patterns. Kernisha was 12. The girl, I think, was Marion, the French girl, was 25, I think, around that age, and he's 80. So I'm thinking maybe the next person who goes missing, if it's not a willful act, would probably be a man who's probably in his 30s, 40s, maybe. That's how it goes. Let's hope not that is not the case at all. And of course, hopefully this individual is found. He's of an elderly age, and of course, hopefully he does get found really, really soon. I haven't seen any update as a result of him being found or being stated that he has been found. So hopefully he does get found in a very timely manner. A few days have gone by. Maybe he decided to go on a trip outside of Dominica and decide to come back when he feels like coming back. Dominica is a bit, interesting at this day, at these times that we are living in, brothers and sisters. Anyways, guys, let's continue right there. Now, I'm sure you guys know about the whole situation involving the white individual who came from the United States.
I know nowhere safe inside of Mao. Nowhere safe. The church, full guns, they say. A whole container of guns.
So this is what this individual is saying, and apparently no container was found with any guns inside of there. So I don't know how he's saying a whole container was found with guns. That is not the case at all. So people are just going with the narrative. Like I mentioned yesterday, when negative things are being stated, it's easier to spread much faster than the positive ones right there. No guns was found in the container, guys. None at all. We'll get into a bit of that in a moment. Let's continue.
So ladies and gentlemen, I'm right here on the scene.
So I'm just pretty much going to provide an update for you guys on what's going on.
The police have arrested a white man.
So apparently individuals were saying it's a white man that they arrested. Yes, they arrested a white man indeed, but it was not just him. They also arrested his wife and his two daughters. I think one is 18 and the other one is 16. So they also arrested them, and they are actually in the cell or the holding facility right there. So it's not just him. We only saw the picture of him, but they also held the other family members. I'm guessing they took them afterwards after this particular incident. So yeah, so that's when he was taken, and I'm guessing afterwards they took the wife as well as the two eldest daughters as well. There's also two other little ones who are apparently you know, they were not taken into custody. They were on the, I think they were put under the state to take care of them because they're under the age of 16. So I think that's what happened right there with the others. I'm guessing because of the association of this. You'll understand what I'm saying in a moment, guys. Let's get into the police report. So you in the first video you got the community thought process, which is pretty wild what the individuals were thinking without any actual facts at all. And then in the one I did yesterday, which will of course be in the first comment in the comment box below, that was of course their personal views on different things that was happening to them when they came to Dominica that could have led to a particular situation. From my understanding, there's apparently two matters going on. There's the civil matter and then there's this matter right there where they found certain things. And of course it was not in the container. We'll take a listen to what the police report has to say right there.
On Monday, the 17th day of April 2023, members of the Anti-Crime Task Force of the Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force, along with the Investigation Unit of the Customs and Excise Division, executed a search warrant on certain premises at Belfast, where Jason James Grogg, male adult of Indiana, USA, resides. During the search, one 9mm Glock pistol along with a quantity of 9mm and 20mm ammunition, among other items, was seized for investigations. Also, a 40-foot...
By the way, guys, so from my understanding of this, it was not in the container that they found the pistol. I think from my understanding, they stated that it was found in the vicinity of where he was and not in the container. But now they're talking about, you know, the container, what they found in the container here.
Also, a 40-foot storage container, which was in the possession of Jason Grogg.
So this is for the understanding of probably persons listening. So it was separate in the container. Now they're talking about what was found in the container.
And stored on the compound of a church in Mahu was seized and searched. During the search of the container, 4 M16 magazines.
So there were 4 M16 magazines that were found. Not the M16 itself, but the magazines that were found.
Each containing 30 rounds of ammunition.
So they had ammunition in the magazines. My question here is, where is the M16 though? Anyways.
As well as 17 20-gauge ammunition were recovered and seized for investigations. Jason James Grogg and 2 other members of his family were arrested on suspicion of Jason James Grogg and 2 other members of his family.
2 other members or 3? Because from reports I'm getting, it's 3 of them, the wife and the 2 eldest daughters. So it's 4 in total.
Were arrested on suspicion of trafficking in unlicensed firearms and ammunition. Investigation.
And I'm guessing that they're saying that the investigation is continuing. So based off this, I think that the issue here is the fact that they're talking about the unlicensed firearm. That is the main issue here. So what the community and people will see, you know, what people coming to do, sometimes, guys, I don't know. What is wrong with Dominicans? What is wrong? Not just Dominicans, but people on a whole. Well, they always tend to get extra information, and they you know, like when you whisper something in somebody's ears, you whisper something, and then that person whispers it to somebody else, and as time goes by, you know, at the end of that chain of individuals, the person at the end comes up with something completely different to what the person has stated right there. I've seen that exercise being done a number of times, and I must say every single time there has never been a time where the answer from the first person whispering ends up being the same thing. What the person from the first person was saying ends up being what the last person end up saying. I've never seen this before. Of course, individuals just get things in their head and they just go crazy with it, brothers and sisters. They just tend to go crazy with it right there. So That is the information that I'm getting from them right there. But it's interesting that the police is reporting certain things, and of course they have to tend to do these things in order to protect themselves and the community by extension. So we are, and now guys, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that the individual who is alleged to have the firearm, he came with intent. However, what do you use a firearm for? That's a big question right there. Whether it's licensed or not licensed, what do you use a firearm for? To protect yourself? But on the basis, if it's unlicensed, then that can be a whole other story right there, because most likely it's not to go hunting in Dominica. I don't know. Anyways, I'll just leave it right there, brothers and sisters. But when it comes on to the police and what have you, brothers and sisters, there's another information that came to my inbox, and of course it was this. I think it was a Nature Island News brought by Kali John Baptist, and of course the state has discontinued a life-ending case against Emmanuel Mani Azil right there. Now it's an interesting scope when you look at this. Now I'm pointing. Let's read what is being stated. Almost 9 years after he was arrested and charged with the taking of the 26-year-old Marilyn McLaren's of Portsmouth on September 30, 2014. I remember that. I remember that time. I was actually there when that happened. On the basis of what the situation was around, and I actually know her daughter as well. We went to school together. So very unfortunate right there, but of course they have discontinued that case. Anyways, Emmanuel Mani Azil today walked out of the court a free man after the Learned Direction DPP Sherma filed a notice of discontinuance in the matter. Azil, the age 56 of Cottage, was on Thursday, October 9, 2014, charged with the taking and, of course, taking of life of this individual, and has been on remand ever since. 9 years, brothers and sisters. 9 years. I will say something about this in a moment. So you can pretty much read this stuff right there. I'll post this article in the description below so you guys can pretty much get it. But the individual, Mani, himself was stating, and I listened to the lawyer, we'll listen to the lawyer in a while. He stated, I prayed every day. I never retreated or surrendered. For 3,000 days I prayed to the Almighty, and I knew he would deliver me. His mission now is to continue to pray and be what? His mission now is to continue to pray and is warning about the evil in society. I love all, I hate crimes, and I want to go to school and talk to the youth and speak about the crimes and remind. Why? Maybe, I don't know, maybe that's a passion that he developed. But if you did not, in my mind I'm thinking, if you did not do the crime, right, why are you feeling the motive to then go and do something, teach people about something you don't do? But on the other hand, you can say, okay, this, I think what you should probably try to do is speak about the justice system in Dominica. Be it that you are innocent. Let me say you are innocent. No, the reason why they haven't, let's listen to the lawyer. No, let me give my point. The reason why he is considered a free man is because they decided to discontinue the case. No, that doesn't mean he's guilty, and that doesn't mean he's innocent. He could be innocent truly, but it's just that they didn't find any evidence, so he could be innocent in that regard. He could be guilty, but the fact that they didn't have any evidence to pin it on him, he could be a guilty man who just went free. Now, on the basis that he's actually innocent, my question here is, what next? Which means that the real person who took my friend's mother's life, the real person who did take her life, was walking freely for 9 years, while an innocent man was in prison or in remand. He was in there in remand for 9 years. So imagine you and I, based on what I was listening to, we listened to that in a while. It seems like every day he was claiming, how can I be there when I did not do it? He's claiming, how can I be there when I did not do it? So imagine you are truly innocent. If he was truly innocent, right there, brothers and sisters, for 9 years. 9 years. To be incarcerated for something you did not commit, while at the other end the real person is walking free or has been walking free. The question I must ask, is there any forensic or anything like that to then pinpoint? Because right now, 9 years has passed. A lot of rain has fallen. All kind of things would have washed the evidence and all these things away. 9 years has passed. How then can you go back and figure out, hey, okay, let's see if we can find the real person who did this? If in fact that this individual did not do it himself. How then can you then go to go and find out who actually did this? So then justice seems to have been, or seems to be on the verge of being served, only to find out that there's a lack of evidence for this guy right there. Let's take a listen to the lawyer speaking on Matt.
For almost 18 months.
Almost 18 months.
He just sat there for quite some time.
He's talking about the documents, the stuff for money.
And so when it came to me, what I did is to read the depositions, read the information that was actually regurgitated in the magistrate's court. And I'm trying to look to see, well, but wait, who are the witnesses? What are they saying? And based on what I saw and I worked out, I just find that, you know, this was a case that is worthy of pursuing, because a lot of things that you would have expected to see, just, I don't want to go into my details, yeah. But I can tell you a lot of things that you would expect to see in a murder case. I mean, the typical murder case, somebody would see something. Yes, and if take for instance, somebody didn't see anything, nobody saw anything, there will be something that links you
to the case. That's true. My question here is, this lawyer had to then go in to find out what exactly was happening as a result of that case. For 9 years, nobody could say, hey guys, let's see if we can go into this so we can get this rectified. If this guy, I mean, you read the same case files, you're reading the same case files, and have absolutely no evidence on him, yet still he spends 9 years. 9 years that is backtracked, that the police individuals who apparently are so experts in their field now cannot even go to find out who the real culprit is. If in fact he is not the culprit right there, but there's no evidence pointing to him. So according to the justice system, he is innocent. Which means that the police individuals wasted 9 years to actually go and find out who. They find somebody, hey, we get Mr. looks like the, you know, we find him, so that's fine, let's go with him. Only to find out later on now that there's no evidence pointing to him being the actual person who did the crime. And he spent 9 years. 9 years. Boy, I tell you. So how on earth? I mean, guys, I'm thinking of the police department, and I'm just, I remember even to the point where the individual in Portsmouth who jammed one of the individuals I knew, Al, the guy from St. Lucia. The guy I was told was walking around Picard, you know. Police looking for the man, and the guy I was told was walking around Picard. Instead, police going to do their investigation. They're waiting for somebody else to come and tell them, hey, I see Mr. Instead of them doing that. That's what I suspect is happening in Dominicano, guys. This is just reiterated in my mind right there, you know. The man, 9 years. Aye. And the man in the St. Lucia man was walking around Picard. And in fact, they were told, and nothing was done until later on. I mean, you don't have to be a scientist to see that something is wrong somewhere. Individuals have gone missing. We are lacking in that field. Our investigations are lacking in that field. We don't have proper forensic equipments to then properly. I mean, 9 years.
And And so, I just didn't see either of the above. Either of the above. And that is what
So no
really drove
evidence.
me to hang on to this case. It wasn't easy to deal with, take, for instance, certain people. Let's say that even the accused himself, there are times you couldn't get him to shut up. He just kept talking and saying, well, why am I here? Okay? But trying to get information from him wasn't the easiest thing.
Because he kept saying, why am I here? Why am I here? If he didn't do the crime, I would be asking. If I was the one in his position and they put me inside, I'll be like, why am I here? So 9 years have to pass before they finally clear my name because of a lack of evidence. So we couldn't see the evidence. Magwesa, a few months. Say you're doing some research, a few months. There's still a lack of evidence. I remember people like Andrew Tate. They have been saying all kind of things about Andrew Tate and what have you, brothers and sisters. No evidence has been pointed to him at all. According to the Romanian thing, they can keep you in 180 days. He's finally been released. Without any evidence, he was released. Without any evidence, he was released. The man spent 9 years in prison, in remand, in cell, in Stockey, in Hollywood. 9 years in Hollywood, the man spent.
Yeah, but based on what,
Guys, I am angry. I'm not really angry, you know. I'm just thinking to myself. So nobody couldn't have said, hey guys, we've seen this case, we have been at this for a while, there is no evidence pointing to the guy being there, you know, we can't say that he did it, we can't say he didn't do it. Why is he being locked up? Why? There's no evidence. Another lawyer to come in and say, but wait a while, that case has been there, let me go over the case and see something, and then realize that there's no evidence pointing, no evidence, no witnesses pointing to this guy.
was in front of me, I just feel there was something that I could work with. There was something that I can work with because I didn't.
Guys, I'm vexed. I vex you. I used to tell you the justice system needs a overhaul. The police system needs an overhaul. We need to fire probably all those police officers that are there and get ones actually willing to provide justice where it needs to be done. All kind of craziness happening across Dominica and nothing is being, you know. And then when few things pop up here and there, they then come in. One of the things that disturbed me the most, that shocked me, you know, was the fact that when police went to look for Kenisha's alleged taker, they didn't go with rubber ammunition, you know. They didn't go with rubber ammunition, you know, brothers and sisters. They went with live rounds to go to take the individual, aka the madman, who, by the way, is still in the ice box. He's still there. All right. Boy, sometimes you boy. Guys, let me just continue this right there, man, because I did lunch.
See what I expected to. If they say Matt threw a stone over there, at least somebody saw him, or you could throw some glass that was broken or something. But Matt, I didn't see anything. I didn't see it. I just did not see it.
No, he's out there. He's walked a free man. When did the DPP inform you of this?
Well, I mean, there's a procedure that the DPP went through, and I don't want to go too deeply into the kind of conversations that took place.
Yes, we understand.
But what I'm saying is, you know, I just felt that 8.5 years was a long time. It was a long time. And someone should have been able to come up and look at what they have.
They are not doing their job. That is the problem I have. They are not doing their job. Just like the police officers, some of them know what's going on. They know what's going on, but they don't really care. And I'm making my money, I get my salary. I have to worry these people. These people, that is their business. I don't put myself in harm danger. There's a particular individual I know who stated. Let me just leave. Let me just leave that one alone. But I mean, come on. I guess we have that lackadaisical attitude. Lackadaisical attitude.
In front of them.
That is our culture.
And come up with some kind of decision.
The question remains though, will he be compensated for the 9 years we remain behind bars?
Well,
Dominica can compensate people, no boy. 9 years, how much money you making? I think it's a few $1,000s for every year that you spent inside there. I know in America, I think you get $1 million every year you spent inside, depending on the state. But in Dominica, what is gonna happen? If I spend 9 years, you take away 9 years of my life, all you paying me? What? I don't work again in my... What I working for? I a free man you lock up inside there for 9 years. You people lambaste my name. What kind of thing happened? And I coming out there and have to start back on zero for what you failed to do. The justice system in Dominica, what the justice system in Dominica failed to do. And guys, I'm looking at this from 2 points, I'm looking at this from where if he's guilty or where he's innocent. If he's actually guilty, that means there's no evidence to point of forensic research or nothing to actually pin to him. That is gone. 9 years gone. On the basis that he's innocent, the real person who has done this has been walking free for donkey years. So no justice has been done. None whatsoever. And then we want to pretend, though, because people in certain professions, hey, guys, I don't care who you be. I don't care who you be. If you're not doing what you're supposed to do, or you went to school for, and you're not good at it, I don't care who you will never gain respect from me. Never. Because you ought to, when you take an oath in society, you are supposed to uphold that oath. A lot of people are saying things because they don't really care about the oath, They care about the money factor that they will be getting. The money factor, the benefits that they will be getting. Why can't we not just do our job? And I'm not just seeing it in Dominica, I'm seeing it all over the place too. But I realize it's a human problem. No wonder God have to have mercy on us, boy. Hey, like even me too, hey. But anyways, let's continue, guys.
This is another story. This is another chapter. And
it's supposed to be, yes, we will pay him. Because we were the one who kept him there. The system kept him there, even though there was literally no evidence to point him to that which he was being accused of. None whatsoever.
I was involved in chapter 1, and that is where that is where I felt comfortable to give in. And what happens next, that will be up to them. Not,
The 10 million what? The family?
Well, whoever, he and the accused, not a freed man.
No, imagine no. Instead of this state saying, hey guys, we wronged you, we wronged the family, we wronged the family from keeping maybe their father or brother or uncle or whoever from them for so much years, and they wronged the individual himself who was accused for 9 years. You would think that the state would be like, guys, we did wrong. Let us compensate him. And let us compensate him adequately for the wrongs that we have done. No. They then have to go and take a lawyer to try to get the compensation. Boy. Guys, what are your thoughts, man? Do you think that he should go after them? Do you think he should just leave well alone and start back even at the age of 56, which means that 9 years ago he was what, 57? So if that is the case right there, 57, 47. So if that is the case right there, guys, what do you think he should do? Let me know your thoughts right there, guys, in this here reaction on BrBpTV. This is pretty much all about us for this here vibrations. If you did enjoy it or understand it or share the sentiment, give this video a thumbs up and of course subscribe and turn on that post notifications for more vibrations as they tend to come through right there and then. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next reaction video on BrBpTV. Be real. BrBpTV, be real. be positive.